This is Nick with Vitech. In this video, we'll be going over device profiles. Device profiles in iCON manage the settings used, such as wired or Bluetooth settings, RTK correction settings, constellation preferences, and antenna or rod height. By using a profile, these settings are saved, so a GNSS receiver can do many tasks without constantly resetting everything. In this case, we're going to set up this ICG70 first as a base station, then as a rover. To get started, let's go ahead and select device profiles at the top of our screen. We'll go ahead and press the green plus symbol and then select our model. So we're using an iCON GPS 70. You have many options in the entire iCON lineup. Our standard connection type is going to be Bluetooth, but we have the option of cable as well. At this point, you want to go ahead and turn on your GNSS device, and then you can go ahead and begin search. Your controller will begin searching for the Bluetooth device. Once something populates, it'll show the model type as well as the serial number. So if you have multiple devices in the same area, this will help you in finding the correct one. Once you found your device, go ahead and press on it. It'll go ahead and change to device in use. And once it is fully connected, you'll see the top right circle turn yellow. When it changes, go ahead and press it to continue. In this next screen, let's go ahead and press New Configuration. We will then select the sensor mode, either rover or base, in this case base. And we're going to use internal radio, so we're using the radio that's built in. We're going to go ahead and change to the channel that we want. And for correction format, the best result that we've had for universal use is going to be RTCM 3.2 MSM5. Let's go ahead and move to the next step to our antenna settings. In this case, we're using a permanent post, so our height will be 0. Please consult with your surveyor for all your point information. Now we're going to select where our base is set up over. You have two modes. The first one, the map, you can go ahead and choose the point. An alternative way is to use the point list. It'll actually bring the closest point first. We'll go ahead and continue to the last step, which is to verify your configuration. Once accepted, it'll send all the information to the base. Once finalized, it'll give a pop-up here saying that the base setup was successful. Once you close that out, you're back at the profiles menu. For base stations specifically, the device will automatically disconnect and there's no further action needed for the base. However, for rovers, you would need to have a continuous connection. The only time you really need to reconnect to the base is if you're moving the position, its height, or any other settings that may need to be changed. To set up the base again over the same point, simply turn the unit back on at the same point and no further action is needed. Let's go ahead and set up our rover now. In the field, you would obviously use a different unit to act as the rover. Just in this case, for the example, we're going to go ahead and reconnect to the same device here. If you do end up accidentally selecting the same device, you will then change that base to a rover now. That's why it's critical that we know our model type and serial number. Once we see the device that we want to set up as a rover, we'll go ahead and select it and change it to device in use and move to the next step here. We'll go ahead and create a new configuration again, this time making sure our sensor mode is in rover. We're going to use our internal radio here, and we're going to match our base channel of 1. So this will actually make sure that our base communicates with our rover. For our antenna settings, let's go ahead and change our pole height first. A standard pole is 2 meters, also is 6.562 feet. If you can't remember that number, you can type in 2 and then change on the top left to meters, and it'll can do the conversion for you. Lastly, let's just confirm some final settings. Quick snap is going to be a little quick disconnect. Just make sure you have that on or off appropriately. And finally, our last screen is our confirmation. And let's go ahead and get to work. We'll see our rover now live on our plan view. Thank you for watching this demo. If you have any questions or you just want to have a demo, feel free to reach out to us at Vitech.